What is going on, guys? It's Bruin Steel here, and welcome back to another WWE broadcast. I'm your host, Bruin Steel, and I'm joined by Canadian Yorker. And wow, it has been so long since we did a WWE broadcast. It's just been busy up and down, and we are here to do our SummerSlam 2025 prediction video. That's right, SummerSlam, the biggest PV of the summer. SummerSlam is always fun to watch. I love SummerSlam. But yes, SummerSlam is taking place this Saturday and Sunday. It's actually the first ever 2-day pay-per-view, so I can't wait. And it's taking place at MetLife Stadium, so we're actually close here. Maybe should have bought tickets. I kind of wanted to go so bad. So, Canadian Yorker, how's it going tonight?
It's going great, man. Yeah, like I said, like you said, it's been really busy for both of us. We've been busy with life, taking care of business. A lot has been going on. I'm really happy that SummerSlam is taking place in MetLife Stadium in Newburgh in East Rutherford. I went there last time. I'm pretty sure if you guys have watched my personal channel, I went there a couple years back, and I went to a K-pop concert there at MetLife Stadium. My first time ever being there. It was really great. I had a lot of fun there. It's also where the Jets play, so I'm glad where my whole team is playing right there. Go Jets! But for SummerSlam, I wish we could go, but we just can't go because of circumstances. So it's unfortunate, but there's a lot of things that's going on. The World Cup is also being going to be held at the MetLife Stadium as well. So it's exciting, man. This year is an exciting time to be, if, to be somebody who is loves to be at MetLife Stadium. So can't it's SummerSlam's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so yeah, it's been so long, SummerSlam. So let's get started. Yeah, this SummerSlam is gonna be awesome. So yeah, let's get started with night one. So we're doing night one and two in the same video. Like I said, first ever pay-per-view SummerSlam, first ever time that SummerSlam is a two-nighter. So let's start with night one. I don't know exact order the matches are going to be, but so let's get started with night one. If you guys don't know how this works, I give Canadian Yorker gives his prediction first until I follow up by mine. So let's get started. So night one, which is on August 2nd, which is I believe this Saturday. I will be working, so I won't be able to watch night one. I will be able to watch night two because I'm actually off Sunday. So night two, let's get started. Let's get started with my favorite matchup. And my girl, we got Tiffany Stratton defending the WWE Women's Championship against Jade Cargill. So this is a build-up storyline. Obviously, I think Jade obviously won Queen of the Ring, which made her the right to face Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam. So two faces going at it, two baby faces going at it. Jade versus Tiffany. It's gonna be a great match. Obviously, for me, I'm hoping Tiffany retains, but yeah, I'm gonna give the floor to you, Canadian Yorker. Tiffany Stratton defending her women's championship against Jade Cargill in the singles match. What are your thoughts and what is your prediction?
Wait, so hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Tiffany Stratton is fighting Jade Cargill for the championship. Am I hearing that right?
Yes,
Because
come on,
I
man.
was
Where have you been?
gonna
Yes,
guess that
Tiffany Stratton versus Jade
I
Cargill at
have I
SummerSlam.
have my head has not been in the game and I've been out of the loop for some time. I'm sorry, everybody. But I was up thinking of the thought that Jade Cargill is going to challenge Naomi for the championship.
No,
Now that
the
would make
Jade
it interesting.
the Jade and Naomi feud is over because Naomi actually cashed in on Io and Rhea. So Naomi is automatically traded to she actually automatic since she's the world heavyweight champion, Naomi got moved to Raw. So now Jade is on SmackDown. That rivalry is over.
That is wild because I would have, it would just be my ideal thought that Jade would still be challenging, would still be wanting to, go after Naomi. It's kind of wild that happened. I mean, look, I'm gonna have to give my own thoughts about what happened between Naomi, Io, and Rhea. I just think that
Yeah.
yeah, but here, let's just get back
Not
to it.
now,
Let's not
not
get
now,
sidetracked.
not now.
So
Later on, you can
anyway,
do a
like I was
video.
saying,
Later on, you can do a video. But let's talk about this match and make your prediction.
yeah. So this is kind of interesting. I think Naomi, I mean Jade and Tiffany. I haven't really seen much of interaction between them. I do think that it's going to be kind of interesting to see um, how Jade and I've never seen Tiffany Stratton actually face Jade Cargill before, but we know I think there's been some backstage stuff that's happened between Tiffany and Jade. But for Tiffany and Jade facing each other, it's going to be an interesting challenge for Tiffany Stratton because I think both of them are equal in terms of strength. Um, Tiffany Stratton definitely is probably the better wrestler, but Jade Cargill is powerful. She is strong. Um, she can probably out. She has more strength. But Tiffany Stratton definitely has more agility and balance because she was a gymnast before. Um, you know, I can I can say I like Jade Cargill. I like her push and how far she's been going, and she's been doing really well for herself. Um, but as for her, uh, actually, Tiffany Stratton, Tiffany Stratton hasn't really faced anyone that can challenge her per se. I know she's faced Nia Jax. Um, this is kind of tough to say. Um, I'm gonna have to give the win to Tiffany Stratton for this one for this win. I think Jade Cargill is going to give Tiffany a run for her money, but I'm going to have to say give Tiffany Stratton the edge in this one.
So you're locking in your pick. You're picking Tiffany to beat Jade to retain the WWE Women's Championship.
Yes, I'm going to have to. I'm not going to my pick.
Oh God. Here's the thing though. I want Tiffany to retain, but my gut feeling says that I feel like something's gonna happen and Jade wins. Like they're saying Jade possibly will beat Tiffany. I mean, looking at Tiffany, Tiffany beat Charlotte. She beat Bailey. She beat Nia. But it's like this is gonna be the probably the biggest.
Tiffany
I mean,
also beat Nia Jax twice.
I would say the Tiffany versus Charlotte was probably the biggest win of her life because she was still Charlotte Flair is a legend, and Tiffany beat her. I say that Tiffany beating Charlotte at WrestleMania was the biggest win for her career. But Jade Cargill, someone who's been around, this is gonna be an amazing match. Um, it's just they could do this. I mean, I know. Hear me out. I mean, they could do it. They could have like Jade winning, and you have two women that been feuding for so long, and the hatred there, the history. Jade as champion, and then Naomi as champion. I know you said you hated this, but what if they do that shit again? What if they do a champion versus champion match between Jade and Naomi? Two women, two women that hated each other, that has hatred toward each other. They do a title for title match. Naomi and Jade both as champion. I mean, they could do it, knowing that these two women have beef, and hatred throughout the time, so they could do it. There's not a lot of challengers for Tiffany. I mean, let's say if Tiffany does retain, who will she face next? Like Clash of in Paris, could she play? Can she she could possibly face Stephanie Valker, who won a battle royal to earn a shot at any championship she wants at Clash at the Paris. So there I don't know who could be able to beat Tiffany, but you never know. Jade could actually win. Look, I'm not here to say that it's tough because I have a strange feeling Jade might win. But I'm gonna go for I have to go for her. She's literally my girl, but I have a strange feeling Jade's gonna retain. but I'm gonna lock in my pick. I'm gonna say Tiffany retains the title, but I feel like Jade is gonna win for some reason. I think that's what's gonna happen anyways, but we'll see what happens. But I'm going for Tiffany. We might be wrong in this, but we'll see.
Yes, I'm kind of surprised that you would pick Tiffany to win. I mean, Jade to win. But here's the thing.
No, I picked
It's
Tiffany.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Hear me out. I would love to see one more match between Naomi and Jade because they actually cashed in on Naomi on Tiffany and not Io because Io Sky and Raquel and Rhea have their own thing going on. Rhea Ripley had the opportunity of a lifetime of her lifetime in her career to actually beat Io Sky, who's beaten Rhea twice. Now, why not let that storyline continue? Because that makes sense to me. That makes total sense. Me and Rhea, Io Sky is the Grand Slam
I mean,
champion.
the
Io
thing
Sky
is,
beat
like, you could have
Bianca
just.
and Rhea.
I mean, the thing is, like, you could
Okay.
have Tiffany just retain, and then Jade have some sort of. You can have Tiffany retain, and then have Jade find a way to go over to Raw and then confront Naomi.
Yeah, I mean, you could have that, yes. But here's the thing. I mean, yes, Tiffany Stratton doesn't seem like she has much competitors, but the SmackDown women's locker room is loaded, man. It's loaded. You have who do you have besides Nia Jax there, man? You have other people. You have I'm forgetting some people's names. Um, we have I'm really forgetting some names. I'm sorry, but here's the thing: we have a whole bunch of other potential wrestlers who could really challenge, who are not, who Tiffany could face, to be her next challenger, and that would make it interesting. Where Tiffany could be facing one of those challengers, and then you could have Naomi come down and cash in on her while she's in the middle of a match going on. It would just kind of make sense that you could have the storyline continue because her her facing um, Jade was actually one of the most interesting storylines between her, Bianca, and Naomi. I mean, you could have Jade actually getting a push as a face to go after to become the next champion if Naomi becomes the new champion over Tiffany, man. I mean, think about that. That could have been really
All
good
right.
instead of
So
having
we're
Naomi
both
going.
yeah. We're both locking in our pick for Tiffany to retain. Hopefully that's right. I want Tiffany to become champions, be champion still. So, but I don't know. They might give it to Jade.
I mean, we could we
Um,
could we could talk all night about this. We could talk
yeah.
all night.
But let's move on to the next. So the next one is yeah your favorite, and probably people are like why. We got a tag team match. We got Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. What the hell? Versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. But the story with this is Drew McIntyre is actually stuck in England, so it's like he might not make it to SummerSlam. He might not be able to do this match, so we have to see what happens. But if he does, tag team match, I don't know why the fuck they're doing this. Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul in a celebrity tag team match. And I know you're gonna be like, why? But what are your thoughts and what is your prediction?
Yeah, it makes no sense, man. I just don't understand it myself. Um, I I I don't understand it really. It's kind of annoying to think about the fact that Randy Orton and Jelly Roll have to face um, uh, Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. I can understand a feud between Drew McIntyre and Randy. That makes sense. But for Jelly Roll, but here's the thing. Jelly Roll has been bullied around by Logan Paul. Everybody doesn't like Logan Paul. Nobody likes Logan Paul, and nobody likes Jake Paul for that matter either. Okay, Laurel is just a virus on the face of WWE. He's just I mean, he's good. Logan Paul is good, but the thing is, he just attaches himself to whatever is good, and. But here's the thing: I'll give him his credit. He has been doing his job and doing, and he's a solid wrestler. Okay, but the thing is, he's not real. He's still not real, not a real wrestler to me because he's a YouTuber. Anyway, getting back to the point, Logan Paul has been bullying Jelly Roll around, and Jelly Roll is doing his thing, trying to stand up for himself. Um, let's hope that Drew McIntyre actually gets it, makes it to the match, and I would love to see Logan. I would love to see Drew McIntyre back. It would be wonderful for him. It just doesn't make sense to me with him being in this thing with Randy Orton. I get that they had feuds before in the past, but what I don't understand. Um, I can understand Drew McIntyre's reasons for wanting to get back at Randy Orton, but I don't understand why he's getting with Logan Paul of all people. Um, this doesn't make sense. So I'm just gonna lock in my pick, right? I'm gonna have to pick. Look, Randy Orton won the last time. I'm sorry, Drew McIntyre. I'm truly sorry, but I'm gonna have to go with Randy Orton and Jelly Roll to win against Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Because the only reason why, because I want to see Jelly Roll get Randy pin Logan Paul in the middle of that ring. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton and Jelly Roll win this match. That's happening.
All right, so you're logging in your pick. You're picking Randy Orton and Jelly Roll.
I am doing so, yes.
Yeah. So the thing with Logan Paul is, I know you hate him, but the thing with him is like he tagged with Cena, lost. Drew McIntyre, I think he's more vicious than John Cena has ever been. You never know. You could have Drew and Logan winning. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. I mean, Jelly Roll, has he ever wrestled? I mean, we've seen celebrities wrestle.
No, he's not.
What?
He has look, Randy Orton is at a disadvantage. Jelly Roll is not a wrestler. He's a musician. He's not a real
Yeah,
wrestler.
the thing is
It's,
like I don't know. It's like I want to pick Randy and Jelly, but I have a strange feeling that Drew might have something up his sleeves. You never know. Drew and Logan might get help. I mean, there might be someone lingering in the crowd to help them. But, honestly, Randy and Jelly Roll should win. That'll be a great moment for Jelly Roll. But I'm gonna go the risky way. I'm actually gonna say that Drew and Logan wins. I mean, Logan already lost with Cena, and I think Logan needs to win a match or a tag team match. I might be wrong. Honestly, this is a risky pick. I'm gonna lock my pick in. I'm actually gonna go the dark route. I'm actually gonna take Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul to win, probably with some help.
okay. All right, then. I
All
guess
right.
that's the way it is.
All right, so moving on to the next match, probably one of the best matches that's gonna happen in night one. There's gonna be so many great matches. I think honestly the best matches are gonna be on night two, but this is gonna be the best match at night one. We got singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship. We got Gunther defending the World Heavyweight Championship against CM Punk. This is gonna be a great match. I'm looking forward to seeing this match. Obviously, I can't watch night one because I'm working, but it's gonna be a great match, man. There's gonna be some up and downs. But you have the floor, Canadian Yorker. What is your prediction? What are your thoughts on Gunther defending his title against CM Punk, and what is your prediction?
It's kind of tricky. It's tricky. Gunther versus CM Punk. It's going to be a good match. There's no doubt about that. It's going to be a great match. And here's the thing. I don't think I'm going to be available to watch the match uh, for night one either because I will not be available. I might be busy with taking care of some other business. But I will be able to catch night two. But for this particular match, Gunther came off a brutal match against Bill Goldberg. on Saturday Night Live. I saw that match. It was definitely brutal for Gunther. Um, if Bill Goldberg was at least 20 years younger, Gunther would definitely be giving a run for his money against Bill Goldberg. But here's the thing: with him facing CM Punk now, CM Punk is a different type of wrestler, and I don't think Gunther has faced CM Punk before. I do think that Gunther, knowing Gunther, he's gonna definitely take his time and wear CM Punk down and just you know make sure that he can do everything possible to get the win and choke him out. Um, I This is gonna be kind of tough because we know the situation with Seth Rollins. If if CM Punk wins, Seth Rollins is definitely coming out to cash in his Money in the Bank contract on him. If Gunther wins, it might happen to Gunther too. But that's another story for another day. For this particular match, I'm definitely have to gonna go. I'm gonna have to take a risky pick. I think I'm gonna have to say I'm seeing knowing Gunther. Um,
you're picking
yeah,
Gunther.
this CM Punk's gonna be CM Punk is gonna be um like I've seen Gunther wrestle, man. Um Gunther's chops, man, they're gonna wear CM Punk down. I don't it's gonna be tough. Um it's gonna be I'm gonna have to go with Gunther for the win because I've seen Gunther. He's it's hard to beat him. It's hard. I I I can see CM Punk winning, but it's gonna be tough because Gunther has only lost. He's lost very few matches. I just cannot see Gunther losing to CM Punk yet. Um, but I definitely think uh, Gunther is winning. I'm locking in the pick.
So you're locking in your pick. You're picking Gunther to beat CM Punk.
Yes, I am.
All right, here's my prediction. So yeah, it's just CM Punk. I mean, it'll be nice to see CM Punk win a championship, but it's like Drew McIntyre is in the way. Seth Rollins in the way. Question is, will this be CM Punk's moment? Will he finally win a championship in WWE ever since he came back? Because since then he didn't win anything because people like Drew McIntyre has been in his way. Like I said, Seth Rollins has been in his way. Maybe Roman Reigns, I think. But the thing is, like, question is look, I know Seth Rollins injured, but do you think he is that injured? Do you think he's just gonna come out of nowhere and cash in? Do you think this is the moment right here that he comes back and cashes in on CM Punk? Seth Rollins cashing in on CM Punk, cashing in on a man that he hates more than ever will be amazing to just pull something like that. To surprise, like, oh, I faked my injury just to surprise people so I can cash in on CM Punk. You still got, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Do you think those two are going to get involved? Do you think Paul Heyman's going to get involved? But the thing is, like, they could actually give the title to CM Punk right here. I mean, Gunther's been World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther had the championship. He had the up and downs. He lost it. He won it back. Gunther losing to Jey Uso at WrestleMania and then winning it back. Could this be the same thing? Could CM Punk actually beat Gunther and Gunther winning the title back? Who knows? But this is what I think is going to happen. I think CM Punk finally wins a championship, and then later on, once Seth Rollins come back, I think Seth Rollins, a man that he hates more than ever, I think Seth Rollins comes back later and cashes in on CM Punk. So that's what I think is going to happen. Other than that, I mean, Gunther could win. I mean, you never know. Gunther could win with the help of interference. I mean, you could see Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker causing CM Punk. I mean, there's still a feud going on right there. CM Punk and Seth Rollins' crew. Um, but I don't know. I think that's gonna happen, but I don't know. Gunther could retain, but I'm gonna go with the So far it's gonna be. I'm gonna make it a little interesting. So far, I picked against you. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna lock my pick in. I'm gonna pick CM Punk for the upset. I think CM Punk beats Gunther, and just like I said, I think that's just gonna be a lead up to Seth Rollins cashing in on CM Punk.
Yeah, I can see that because how long has this been feud been going on between CM Punk and Seth Rollins since I mean since 2 years now. It's been going on ever since CM Punk returned. Because when Seth Rollins was champion, and and then he lost his championship. Then he feuded with Drew
I
McIntyre,
mean, this
and then
this this
Seth
rivalry
Rollins
needs to
drew.
end. I mean, the thing is like this rivalry needs to end, but Seth Rollins cashing on CM Punk is just gonna extend the feud right there.
It is going to extend the feud, and so what would make the most sense for me would be for Gunther to return, and I mean if Seth Rollins does cash in his championship on CM Punk, man, it is just going to extend the feud, and that's going to
Oh my
make mean
God!
the
You know
feud is still
what could
going.
happen? The thing is like Braun Breaker. Ever since Seth Rollins leaves, Braun Breaker is like, I'm the leader. Just don't forget, Seth Rollins did not take his Money in the Bank briefcase away. Paul Heyman is still holding on to it. What if you got Braun Breaker using the Money in the Bank contract instead and cashes in?
But the thing is, can Braun Breaker do that?
That's the
Because
thing. They
Seth
could
Rollins
they
is the
could
one that
do it.
won.
They could do it. I mean, I seen it, but we have to see what happens.
Is that legal? Has that
I'm not
happened
even
before
sure.
in
I
WWE?
mean, knowing Paul Heyman's group, they don't give two craps about the rules.
Yes, but I'm asking if somebody was a legitimate Money in the Bank contract winner, if it
Yeah,
can
I
someone
think I
else who's
think
a lack
actually, yeah,
actually.
I think that you have to be the Money in the Bank holder because I remember an instant that the Miz actually cashes in, but it was actually his partner John Morrison. The Miz cashed in a triple threat TLC match, but it was actually John Morrison, his partner, who cashed in, but not him. So as a result, they gave the Money in the Bank briefcase back to. So yeah, you're right. So I don't think that's possible, but you never know. But I'm gonna lock my pick in. I am picking CM Punk to defeat Gunther.
But I just want to wait. I just want to make this point before we continue. Knowing Paul Heyman, and pretty Paul Heyman has been in the wrestling business for forever, for as long as I know, for the past 30 years. If Paul Heyman knows Paul Heyman already knows Seth Rollins is the legitimate Money in the Bank winner. Paul Heyman probably could pull some strings and make some stuff happen, work his magic, just to make sure that if Braun Breaker is in a prime time spot to actually an opportunity to actually become the world heavyweight champion, as well as Bronson Reed. And when was the last time we've ever seen Bronson Reed? We had Bronson Reed, legit. Bronson Reed did 7 tsunamis on Seth Rollins, man. 7 crushed his lungs, and I could see I think Bronson Reed is a sneaky one. Bronson Reed could be it's either Bronson Reed or Braun Breaker cashing in on whoever the winner is to become the world heavyweight champion. That would make it interesting. Maybe the contract has to be written so that one of them could do it. You never know. I'm just saying, but that remains to be seen.
All right, so moving on to the next match, we got a tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. We got the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. So this is a match that I called. I'm saying that it's gonna happen. I said that it should happen, and it's finally happened. I said that Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss should face Raquel and Roxanne for the titles. So you have the floor, Canadian Yorker. What are your thoughts on this match and what is your prediction? Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez, and Roxanne Perez defending those tag team titles against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
So here's what I think. Um, I got to be honest with everyone here. I have not really seen much of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss in action. Like I said, I've been busy. I've been out of touch with what's been going on. Um, knowing what's been knowing that I have seen Roxanne and Raquel and what they're doing right now. It's kind of interesting to say the least. With Liv Morgan out of the picture, um, Roxanne and Raquel have been taking care of business, and Raquel is good. Roxanne is good. I do think that Charlotte Flair, man. I mean, she is a great wrestler. Alexa Bliss is also great too. But Alexa is Liv Morgan's rival in that regard. So um, I think that I think Charlotte Flair is definitely going to be giving both of Raquel and Roxanne trouble in the ring because she's good, and we know she's good. We know how good she is as a wrestler. Um, I'm gonna have to, man, I'm gonna have to say that. I do think Raquel. I did like the aggression that Raquel Rodriguez was doing when she was going and facing Rhea Ripley. And I think Raquel Rodriguez, for the first time in her career, should have won a singles match against one singles match against Rhea because she was definitely giving Rhea Ripley the business and stuff. Um, I do think for this tag team titles match, unless there's some outside interference that happens with, Liv Morgan's probably going to interfere in the match somewhat. You never know. But I think that, in my own estimation, I here's my pick, and I'm locking this in. I do believe that um, I'm going to have to go with the Judgment Day on this one. I'm picking in Raquel and Roxanne to retain the title and retain their women's tag team championship. I'm gonna have to lock that pick in.
All right. So for me, obviously, the big story is Liv Morgan. We missed a lot. Liv Morgan with that injury that's brought her back, but people are suggesting that she might return. Question is Dominic, is Dominic Mysterio gonna betray Liv when she comes back and just join Roxanne? People are suggesting that Dom and Liv are still gonna be a thing when they come back, but the whole Judgment Day turning on Dom and Liv with Finn just running the Judgment Day, but we have to see what happens. I love to see Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, but I don't think their chemistry is there. Look, Charlotte Flair is a tweener, and Alexa Bliss is a face. Question is, do you think they're gonna win the championship? And Charlotte Flair, I mean, how many betrayals have we seen? Do you think Charlotte Flair will betray Alexa Bliss? Do you think Charlotte Flair is gonna do that and go back to being a heel? I mean, she was a heel for a bit, and then now she's a tweener just because she's teaming up with Alexa Bliss. Something shady there. But I'm gonna lock in my pick. I'm definitely thinking that the Judgment Day is gonna retain, so I'm gonna do that. I am picking Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez to retain their Women's Tag Team Championship.
All right, sounds good.
Alright, by the way, we're gonna do two separate videos because this video is getting long. So we got two more matches left for night one, excuse me. So moving on, we got a singles match between Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross with Scarlett. So round three, a feud that's been going on for a while just because Karrion Kross wants Sami Zayn to turn heel. Singles match, it says that if Karrion Kross defeats Sami Zayn has to say the words Kross was right. If Sami Zayn wins, Kross must say I was wrong about Sami. So we got Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross in the singles match. Tensions are rising, but what are your thoughts and what is your prediction?
I get the fact that Karrion Cross has been working his butt off to get himself pushed and pushed and pushed because WWE is not giving him that spotlight that he needs, and they're not giving him any love. Sami Zayn is getting the love. Sami Zayn is getting the matches. Sami Zayn is getting the championship opportunities. But Karrion Cross, absolutely not. Um, and he's just been working his butt off, doing his thing, but he's just not getting nothing. Um, I definitely think that Karrion Cross deserves to get this win against Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn needs some sort of rival that he can face, and Karrion Cross is going to help. He's going to help Karrion Cross get this win. I definitely believe that. So I'm definitely going to have to pick Karrion Cross to get the win against Sami Zayn because Karrion Cross should not get distracted. He obviously faced Sami Zayn the first time. Don't let yourself get distracted. Karrion Cross, keep your eyes on the goal. Stay focused on the goal. Defeat Sami Zayn at SummerSlam, and this is one of the biggest. This is one of the biggest PPVs for the summer for WWE. Karrion Cross has to win against Sami Zayn. I'm picking it.
All right, so who you're picking?
Karrion Cross.
Karrion Cross. All right. Yeah, I just feel like, I mean, we've seen Karrion Cross make the New Day turn heel. We've seen some other stuff. I mean, Karrion Cross could win. Sami Zayn has the opportunity to prove Karrion Cross wrong. I mean, Sami Zayn beat Cross in the first match. Karrion Cross won the second. I mean, this should end the rivalry right here. I mean, I think Sami Zayn can prove a point. Sami Zayn winning will be huge. And, I'm going to go the opposite direction. I know it's risky. I'm probably going to have some really bad picks. But I'm going to go ahead and lock in my pick. I think Sami Zayn gets redemption on Karrion Cross. I think Sami Zayn is confident. I think he's going to get the win here. So I'm going to go and say Sami Zayn defeats Karrion Cross.
Well, I mean, yes, you can say that, but I mean, Karrion Cross has been, I think, the the one that started the 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 New Day to help the New Day turn heel. Karrion Cross, I tried to influence AJ Styles to turn heel, and now he's trying to get Sami Zayn to turn into and get into his dark side and turn heel. I mean, eventually someone's gonna break against him. So I just think I'd love to see Karrion Cross finally get something going. That would be good.
Alright, so moving on to the final match of night one. We got a tag team match. We got Roman Reigns and Jey Uso tagging together for like in a while. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Paul Heyman's gonna be there. That's really rare that we see Paul Heyman not with Roman and Jey again. But yeah, this is gonna be a big tag team match. It's gonna be great. What are your thoughts on this match, and what is your prediction? Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
Well, here's the thing: Seth Rollins is now with Paul Heyman is now with with um, with Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker. Um, it, it to me this is just nothing more than a continuation of Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins rivalry. Um, it's gonna be kind of who's gonna be the clear winner out of this. Braun Breaker, man, is gonna be giving Roman Reigns trouble, man, for sure. That is definitely gonna be happening. Bronson Reed, they just seem like the better team. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed seem like the better team than Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. But I mean, when Roman Reigns and Jey Uso have chemistry, they've been working together a long time. They were part of the bloodline. They're still bloodline-ish, in a way. It's still kind of bloodline-ish, but um, I do think that. I'm gonna have to give Roman and Jay the pick to win this match because obviously Seth, we can't, we don't want to see, we want to see an end to Seth Rollins and CM Punk situation, in the feud. And with Roman and Seth, definitely, uh, get they would restart their feud. So that would allow Seth to start a new feud with a different person going forward. But I'm gonna have to give the edge to Roman and to Jay to win this tag team match.
So you're locking in your pick. You're picking Roman Reigns and Jey Uso.
Yes, I am.
All right, for me, well, look, it's gonna be a great match, but mine is on the whole, Seth Rollins saying that there's always a plan B. What if we see a debut of, what if we see someone costing Jey Uso or Roman the match? I mean, we always saw Seth Rollins planning a plan B. Obviously, they're looking for another member. What if that new member shows up in this match? That's what I'm questioning. Um, so this plan B, is it going to happen at SummerSlam? Is there going to be another member? What is this plan B that Seth Rollins has always talked about with Paul Heyman? That's the thing. People are thinking that it might be Cody turning heel and joining that faction. That'll be sick, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. But that's just my concern. I think that's going to happen. I think there might be a plan B. I think someone's going to cost Roman and Jay. So I'm going to go the dark route. I'm going to take Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed to go for the win. So I'm looking at my pick. I am picking I am picking Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed to win.
I get that idea. Um, Bronson Reed and I mean Paul. We can
I
never
think,
say
like I
never.
said, they always been talking about a plan B. Do you think that plan B is going to happen at SummerSlam? I think it's going to happen.
I think it is going to happen as well because let's face it, Roman Reigns was in the same. Was let's reverse it. Roman Reigns was always have a plan B. Somebody's going to come in to get involved and interfere the match so they can get the win. That's what's going to happen in this match. It's going to happen. We don't know who is going to be the next person that's going to be added to this Revolution group. That's Seth Rollins there. We don't know who that's going to be, but it's obviously going to be somebody that we don't expect. I don't think why would it in the world with Cody Rhodes be the one that's going to be added to there. That doesn't make any sense at all. It's definitely going to be somebody that's we don't know who it is. That somebody that WWE is going to be surprising us with. So I gotta say I'll be looking forward to seeing who it is.
All right, so that would do it for SummerSlam Night 1. Thank you guys for watching this prediction video for Night 1 of SummerSlam. My name is Bruin Steele, Canadian Yorker. We'll be back for Night 2 in a bit. But anyways, be sure to check out Canadian Yorker's YouTube channel. Link will be in the description, as well as our WWE Wrestling Bros channel. Link will also be in the description of this video. But that would do it. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll be back for Night 2.
Thank you. Have a good day.